Good morning, students. Welcome back to the Geometry online session. As you all know, we have started with problem set 3, and in the previous session we did till lesson number 8, and today we are going to start with problem number 9. Now first observe this figure carefully. What is given here? Line L touches the circle with center O at point P. Q is the midpoint of segment OP and RS is parallel to line L. The length of RS is also given here, 12, and you have to find the radius of the circle. Now which means you have to find length of OP. Okay. So let's start with the solution here. Draw seg OR, considered point T as shown in the figure. So here you have to do one construction. You have to draw seg OR and you have to consider point T as shown in the figure. Now angle OPT is equal to 90 degree. Why? Yes, by tangent theorem. We all know radius of any circle is perpendicular to the tangent. Write this equation as equation 1. Now sec RS is parallel to line L. It is given to us, and OP is their transversal. So what you will get here? Angle OQR. This angle OQR is congruent to angle OPT. Yes. Why these two angles are congruent? Because they are corresponding angles of these two lines. Yes, therefore reason will be corresponding angles theorem. Now angle OPT is 90 degree and angle OQR is congruent to angle OPT. So here we can write angle OQR is equal to 90 degree. Reason you will write as from equation 1. Write this equation as equation 2. Therefore seg OQ is perpendicular to chord RS, as it is forming here 90 degree angle. We can write here OQ is perpendicular to RS. Therefore QR is equal to half into RS, because perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord bisects the chord. That property we are using here. Therefore QR is equal to half into, now RS we know how much it is, 12. Therefore QR is equal to 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12. So here you will get 6. Let the radius of the circle be 2x. Therefore OR is equal to OP is equal to 2x. Reason you will write as both are radii of the same circle. Now OQ is equal to half of OP. Reason is Q is the midpoint of segment OP. It is given in the question. Okay, now let's substitute the values here. OQ is equal to half into 2x. Therefore OQ is equal to this 2 will get cancelled. You will get x. Now you have to consider triangle OQR. In this triangle, angle OQR is equal to 90 degree from equation 2. So here you can apply Pythagoras theorem and you will get OR square is equal to OQ square plus QR square. Now substitute here. OR is 2x, so 2x square, that is equal to x square plus 6 square. So 2x square will become 4x square minus x square is equal to 36. Therefore 4x square minus x square you will get 3x square, that is equal to 36. Therefore x square is equal to, shift this 3 to the other side, you will get 36 upon 3. Therefore x square is equal to 3 1s are 3, 3 12s are 36. So here you will get 12. Therefore x is equal to root 12 by taking square root on both sides. Therefore x is equal to, now this 12 you can write as 4 into 3 and we can take out 4 out of square root sign, we will get x is equal to 2 into root 3. So the radius of this circle is equal to 2x, that is equal to 2 into 2 root 3, that is equal to 4 root 3. I hope you all are getting this. So your final answer will be radius of the circle is 4 root 3 centimeters. So let's move on to the next question now. Question number 10. In figure, seg AB is the diameter of a circle with center C. Line PQ is a tangent which touches the circle at point T. AP is perpendicular to line PQ and seg BQ is perpendicular to line PQ. Prove that seg CP is congruent to seg CQ. Now to solve this sum, we have to do some construction. We have to join segment CT, segment CP and segment CQ. Yes, so let's start with the proof here. Segment AP is perpendicular to segment PQ. Similarly, segment BQ is perpendicular to segment PQ. Both these statements are given to us. Now what you can write? Yes, segment CT is also parallel to line PQ. By tangent theorem, we know that CT is the radius of the circle and radius is perpendicular to the tangent drawn to that circle. Therefore, line seg AP is parallel to seg CT is parallel to seg BQ. What reason you will write here? Perpendiculars to the same line are parallel. Now here we have 3 parallel lines and a transversal. So by using that property, we can write PT upon TQ is equal to AC upon CB. Reason you will write as property of 3 parallel lines and their transversal. Write this equation as equation 1. But AC is equal to CB because these two are the radii of the same circle. Therefore, we can write here, if you substitute the values of AC and CB, that is if you consider it as 1, AC upon AC, you will get answer as AC upon CB is equal to 1. Write this equation as equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, we get PT upon TQ is equal to 1. Because in equation 1, we have written PT upon TQ is equal to AC upon CB. If we have this ratio as 1, this ratio automatically will become 1. Now shift this TQ to the other side, you will get PT is equal to TQ. Write this equation as equation 3. Now you have to consider these two triangles formed here, triangle CTP and triangle CTQ. In this two triangles, what you can write? Sec CT is congruent to sec CT because this segment is common for both the triangles. So common side. Similarly, angle CTP is congruent to angle CTQ, each of 90 degree. Sec TP is congruent to sec TQ from equation 3 that we have written. Therefore, triangle CTP is congruent to triangle CTQ. Reason you will write as by SAS, test of congruence. I hope you all are remembering all those tests we have learned in the first lesson. And this test you have learned in 9th standard. Okay. Now, if two triangles are congruent, the remaining corresponding sides are also congruent. So here sec CP is congruent to sec CQ. Reason you will write as corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Hence we have proved sec CP is congruent to sec CQ. Okay. Now let's move on to the next sum, that is 12th sum. Prove that any 3 points on the circle cannot be collinear. So this proof you have to write down. For that, first we will draw a circle with center O. Then we are going to consider 3 points. Let those points be point A, point B and point C. And what you have to prove? These 3 points on the circle cannot be collinear. Okay. So let's start with the given part. Points A, B and C lie on the circle with center O. What you have to prove is points A, B and C cannot be collinear. So let's start with the proof here. Points A, B and C lie on the circle. So join AO, join OB and join seg AB. So what you can write here? Therefore OA is equal to OB. Reason is radii of the same circle. Now if you join seg OC, you will get one more radius. Therefore OB is equal to OC. Reason is radii of the same circle. Now join seg BC. Therefore, point O is equidistant from the endpoints B and C of seg BC. Therefore, by perpendicular bisector theorem, point O lie on the perpendicular bisector of seg BC. Yes, write this equation as equation 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, what you can write? Point O is the common point of perpendicular bisectors of seg AB and seg BC. Yes, because in both the perpendicular bisectors we have point O. Therefore, perpendicular bisector of seg AB and seg BC intersects at point O. Write this equation as equation 3. Now this statement is very important. What is it? Perpendicular bisector of seg AB and seg BC intersects at point O. Okay, remember this statement. Now let us assume that points A, B and C are collinear. Then what you can write? Suppose if I draw here one line and on that line I have taken points A, B and C. These are collinear that we have assumed. Then what you can write? The perpendicular bisectors of seg AB and seg BC are parallel. Yes, if you draw a perpendicular bisector of seg AB and seg BC, you will see that these two lines are parallel. Yes, and they do not intersect each other. We know that parallel lines do not intersect each other. The reason you will write as perpendiculars to the same line are parallel. Yes, therefore, but in the equation 3 we have seen that the perpendicular bisectors of AB and BC intersects at point O. Yes, that means this assumption is false. Therefore, our assumption is false. Therefore, points A, B and C are non-collinear. Therefore, any 3 points on a circle cannot be collinear. Hence, we have proved the statement. I hope you all are getting this, how to solve this sum. Okay, now let's move on to the next sum, that is 14th sum. In figure, O is the center of the circle. Chord PQ is congruent to chord RS if angle PQR is equal to 70 degree and arc RS is equal to 80 degree. Find first one major arc PR, second one major arc QS and third one is major arc QSR. So let's start with the solution here. First one, angle POR is equal to 70 degree. It is given in the question. And major arc RS is equal to 80 degree. It is given to us. Now major arc PR is equal to angle POR, that is equal to 70 degree. Why? Because this angle POR is a central angle and we know that the corresponding minor arc will be equal to the central angle. Therefore, Reason is definition of measure of minor arc. Therefore, measure arc PR is equal to 70 degree. Hence, we got the first answer. Now, let's try to find measure arc QS. For that, chord PQ is congruent to chord RS. Yes. So, if these two chords are congruent, their corresponding arcs will be also congruent. Therefore, arc RS and major arc PQ are also equal. Yes, the corresponding arcs of congruent chords. Therefore, major arc RS is equal to major arc PQ, that is equal to 80 degree. Now, major arc PQ plus major arc PR plus major arc RS plus major arc QS. If you add all these four arcs, what you will get? A complete circle. So that will be equal to 360 degree. Reason you will write as measure of a circle is 360 degree. Now substitute the values here. Major arc PQ is 80 degree. Major arc PR is 70 degree. And major arc RS is 80 degree. Plus major arc QS that you have to find out. That is equal to 360 degree. Now 80 degree plus 70 degree plus 80 degree you will get 230 degree plus major arc QS that is equal to 360 degree. Therefore, major arc QS is equal to 360 degree minus 230 degree that is equal to 130 degree. Hence, we got the second answer. Now, let's find out the major arc QSR. Now, major arc QSR is equal to major arc QS plus major arc RS. Yes, reason is arc addition axiom. Therefore, major arc QSR is equal to, now QS we got as 130 degree plus SR is 80 degree. So 130 degree plus 80 degree you will get 210 degree. Therefore, your final answer will be major arc PR is equal to 70 degree. Major arc QS is equal to 130 degree and major arc QSR is equal to 210 degree. Hence, we have solved this sum. Now, let's move on to the assignment. Here, I have given you one question from problem set 3. 11th question. Draw circles with centers A, B and C, each of radius 3 cm, such that each circle touches the other two circles. So here you have to draw the externally touching circles. So for the externally touching circles, we have to add the radii of the two circles. So you will get 3 plus 3, that is 6 cm. So the distance between the centers of two circles will be 6 centimeters. So accordingly you have to draw the 3 circles which are touching each other. Okay. After the drawing these 3 circles, we have to write the analysis also. So with this, we will end this session here. Thanks for watching this video.